All right, welcome back for game two of the match between Lion and Crane. Badmojojojo here with Kiramode. Again, we're on the same sides. Badmojo's on the left, Kira's on the right. But we swapped decks this time where Bad's playing the Crane and Kira is playing the Lion.
Yeah, so I got a pretty solid setup here. We skipped past the mulligan phase, so you didn't see what we chose to fire.
A little bit of technical difficulties.
Yeah, it's all good. But I mean, so I got, on my end, I got the two of the, like the recruit guys who they die if you have less honor. They're not that great. But I mean, turn one, they're okay. Because basically, as long as I bid either 3 or 4, they're probably going to live. I mean, unless you decide to go 1 on the card draw, at which point they've kind of already done their job. And then you got a pretty good startup too. You got the best card that Crane has in the Challenger. You also got the one dude who self-honors. You got the guy who flips cards. And then the holding's pretty bad, but whatever. I mean, you don't have enough mana anyways to max out your spending.
The toughest decision every turn seems to be how much fate do you want to put on a guy, how many resources do you want to waste and keep for your conflict deck. I still think you need at least 2 guys for 1 military, 1 political conflict, or 1 attack, 1 defense of some sort. So if you put 1 fate on a guy, then they're going to hang around for a turn, and they're also less susceptible some tricks for cards that affect cards that don't have fate on them.
Yeah, or you could just be like,
you seem to be overwhelming me already.
Well, so I remember what I had in my hand, and I had the Lion's most important card, and it's the breakthrough, or the 4 greater glory. So let me see, how much cards did we use to draw here?
Yeah, water. Choose a character, ready it, or choose a character with no fate on it, and bow it. That is so affecting.
Yeah, so okay. I think. Okay, so I drew very little cards there, and I think you probably just went max there.
Yeah, I was like, I kind of feel like if you don't really know what the opponent's going to do, and you go heavy turn 1, and you realize they're not going to go heavy whole game, then you don't have to go heavy again.
Yeah, I might have gone. I think I probably went like a 2 on that one, just because I had 4 greater glory. So basically, if I just, and I'm going first, right? So if I just go hard military here, then all my guys get a fate, and it's kind of one of those win the game right there moves.
This is where I play perfect gift to take a Way of the Crane into my hand.
Yeah, and then I'm over here. That's fantastic flop for me. I got the frog and 3 military pumps, so I'm good with all of that. Ideally you give me a
I think
katana.
I give you the frog, or I give you a katana.
Katana would be what I want, just because you could throw it on the brawler, and then the brawler can put in some more work.
I thought I gave you the frog. A good omen. Just because I don't want you having any pumps. You've already got enough pumps.
But yeah, this is close to the best setup you can realistically get for Lion, right? Like, you spam the board out, you have the way to give them all fate, and you're going first, right? So it's not like you're going to be able to swing in with water, use the challenger to tap down, or bring in one of the guys so you tap 2 of my guys out. Like, that's not happening. I could just, like, basically all-out swing and put in work.
And my decision was to try to get at least 1 political, 1 military on there. It looks like I got the Doji Challenger, who you totally neuter in a little bit, which is just absolutely cool. I played another perfect gift.
Yeah.
There's no reason to hold on to that card, I don't think.
So you splashed in Lion. I splash in Phoenix.
Well, yeah, the trick that I wanted to try to pull off was stand your ground.
So you gave me the Cloud the Mind there.
Yeah, that was a bad move. I didn't realize how painful that card would be for me this game.
Now, in all fairness, it's not. I didn't have any Sugenjas on the board, and the deck doesn't really. Like, you wouldn't think the Lion has a lot of them. But I am running 3x of the Mian Mystic, and I'm running 3x of the Phoenix Girl, so that way, you have enough Sugenjas in the deck to be able to trigger it.
Yeah, my idea for splashing him the Lion was to get Stand Your Ground to go with Noble Sacrifice. So I would be up a character while still sacrificing one that you have. And then also I like these Vengeful Oathkeepers.
Yeah, Vengeful Oathkeeper is a dude that he's a 2/1, but he just shits himself on the board whenever you whenever you lose a military struggle.
He's a free 2/1, yeah. And Crane are not likely to win all their military. So that's if I have a lot of cards in my hand, you're gonna see a free guy coming out sometime.
Yeah, I think my favorite Crane splash so far has been just using Crab, just because you can use Reprieve with Noble Sacrifice.
So that is the water one. You're gonna try to.
So water military. I'm going with 3 guys. It's basically an auto win unless you get the card flip, which is shameful display.
I love that guy. It always pops up to mess up your strategy.
Yeah, it's a problematic card because I can reasonably play against anything else, but yeah, I didn't like seeing that get flipped. That just because it messes up what you're trying to do.
And you're sure you can only have one shameful display amongst your provinces?
I mean, we don't know for sure. But,
oh, okay.
You know, we're doing it so you only get one of each.
One of each.
Yes, I mean, I swung in with 8, thinking.
And your plan for picking water was
just tap out one of your guys. You know, so like I swung in with water, tap out your dude that auto honors himself, and then the challenger goes and does what she wants to do.
What if I block with the one guy who doesn't have honor on him? Or doesn't have fate on him?
Oh, I mean that's fine. Like I'm not upset if you block with them. It does the same sort of thing. You know?
Oh, okay, I see.
It gets him out of the way either way because like the one dude I have there, he ain't doing anything. Like the guy I'm holding back, I think I hold him back just to prevent the honor loss, or to be able to swing in and like scout a province.
Yeah, this is dumb of me to not. So I did the wrong blocking order. Like I should have just kept Doji in the back.
Yeah, I mean because I have.
Oh, but I wanted to honor her. That's why I put her in.
Yeah, yeah. This is busted because it's like that's a 4-point swing right there off of the province. So even with my stronghold, which gives me a +3, I need to break the province, like really bad. And so right now I'm up. How much am I up by? So you got 5. I think I'm only up 4.
Well, a standard strategy for a general design is you can't really make a deck that says I'm going to subvert one military or political and just attack to get guys out of the way because you're wasting one of your province breaker routes.
Yeah, so you had the bonsai. And not good. I mean,
bonsai works on defense. That's crazy.
Yeah, so this is bad. So now we're tied, right? I'm still in the lead. The problem is I'm not going to break the province, which means I'm not going to have that extra fate on all my guys. I mean,
yeah, but you got both my guys bowed doing this.
Yeah, so I bowed your dude anyways, which like doesn't totally matter. I mean, if I'm winning the water ring, who cares? You know. Maybe I should have just gone void. That probably would have been smarter.
To take it off of Doji.
Well, yeah, because I mean, yeah, you're probably gonna end up blocking with the one dude anyways. Like it might not matter. Oh no, I think I know why I went that route. My plan was to have the brawler tap out the challenger, right? So you go in with water. Water ring taps down your one dude who's a solo attacker, and then the brawler taps down your challenger. So just lock out your board and fate everything. So that was the tentative plan, but that plan went out the window the moment Shameful Display showed up.
Defenestrated.
Yeah, it's pretty busted. But I mean, your board is still getting tapped out, so it's not like the end of the world. But you got a honored challenger.
I'm pretty sure I'm thinking about doing the trick for the reason that I put the Lion in for Stand Your Ground right now.
Well, he ain't. Oh, just
like Way of the Crane, Stand Your Ground. Yeah, I did do it. Yeah, and then I kill your guy, Oh, this is so mean. And you're like, nope, not happening.
Well, I just figured let's go ahead and
You canceled that, right? Oh wait, no, you can't cancel
no.
that.
So I knew you were gonna play.
What did you do there?
I played for shame. So I knew that the
Oh, so I have to either shame a guy or kill or bow a guy.
Well, so I have the brawler. She's a courtier, so she can trigger it, but she's gonna die next action. So I had to just burn the for shame there. It's also why I didn't play the frog, because I'm like, if he has a for shame, I'm just dead, or noble sacrifice.
So I do noble sacrifice. I don't care about stand your ground because he's gonna die anyway. Kill the dishonored dude, and I don't think anybody walks away happy in this situation. Although I did defend the ring, correct?
You're down. So I mean, I get the
now I'm
ring.
down.
Yeah, you're only at 5. You're only at 3, and I'm at, how much am I at here? I'm actually quite a. Oh no, I forgot you bonsai. So you're at 7, and I'm at 7 as well. So
you're not at 6.
No, the province beefs up all of them.
Right. But you only got 2 guys in the engagement now.
Yeah, the berserker's at 3 though.
Oh, he's at 3. Okay. So
yeah,
you get the ring, but you don't get anything else.
Yeah, that was awful. That was like, out of all the ways that could have reasonably played out, that was the nut low right there.
I love the surprises that the provinces bring to the engagement.
Yeah, so now it's like, what do you do? So I do.
So you sent a guy in for a political, right?
Yeah, no. So I remember I had shenanigans afloat here.
Were you trying to do this just to see what it was, or?
Yeah, well, you also want to win a ring, like.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you win a free ring. And you're going to dishonor the Doji, right?
So, yeah, we accidentally placed the wrong province there, so you'll end up switching out to the...
Oh, right, because I had the Lion still in part of the deck.
But it is important to see what's in there. And then, I forget what I do here, but yeah, I was just so down after that. I remember because I was like, you got to be kidding me, man. This is like our one chance that Lion have to actually win a game against
Oh, this is where I knew to your guy. I'm like, no, just take him out.
Well, he's a 0... political anyways.
Shizuka Toshi, but you can't win if he's not in part of the engagement though.
You still have to have minimum 1.
Right, but you don't have any minimum. You have 0.
Yeah, well,
So the ring goes back to the middle.
Yeah, that didn't matter. I just wanted to scout the province.
Oh, I thought you were trying to get the extra ring power.
Yeah, and then so I get the favor. I pick political for it.
And all your guys go bye-bye.
Yeah, they're all just dead. It's just sad.
That seems like such a waste of resources.
Well, so here's the thing. Like, if that first attack, if you don't have a bonsai and the shameful display...
You devoted 5 resources, was it that turn?
Yeah.
6?
5. Well, here's the thing. My whole board would have stayed.
Yeah.
Right? It was just like... That was like Lion's one chance
swing of doom.
Yeah, actually one chance to win the game, right? And that happens. Like, come on, man. Like, it's just too many tricks that Crane has in this matchup, where it's like, even if Lion draws the nuts, which is what I had there, it doesn't matter.
It's funny that we're playing with a versus card, and what just happened makes me think of a versus card called Pathetic Attempt, where you just cancel something.
Yeah, that just sucked. I mean, I do have like a nice little honor advantage. There's that, so I can like freely draw cards.
Oh yeah,
but you got a Doji Challenger there.
I think at this point, for the card drawing and the honoring, I was deciding I had to pick lower from now on, and I actually go down to like 1 at some point later in the game because our honor gets really low in this game.
Yeah, it was just a lot of honor loss because I think there was a lot of like unopposed attacks. Oh yeah, that was the other reason I wanted to attack with the recruit. You lose an honor just by me declaring him an attacker. So like, I declared attack, you don't defend.
Yep,
you lose an honor.
That's brutal. Yeah. Oh, that's right, kids. Always defend with somebody, or you're gonna lose honor. Oh, and this is where you drop the big guy.
Yeah. So I was just looking at my
honor
options.
general.
No, it's the
Akodo Toturi.
Yeah. So not the greatest draw there. I mean, I got the clan champion who he's okay.
But you only put 1 fate on him.
I just think investing more than 1 fate on any character when you're up against Crane's stupid because you have noble sacrifice. So it's just money down the drain when you.
Well, Snowball only works on a Dishonored guy, right?
Yeah, I mean you can dishonor him, you can force shame him, you can win a ring. You get to attack first too, right? So if you swing in first, you just go political. You pick the fire ring, you dishonor what's his face, and then kill him. Yeah. You know, so it's like you can't put more than one. You have to put the one because you need to protect against a water ring. But it's just bad resource management to be doing that against Crane. Plus, I still have the For Greater Glory in my hand anyways. So if I really need to add the Fate, I can. And I still have the Frog, so I'm probably bidding low to try to trigger that as well.
What province is that? Oh, that's not a province. It's one of the cards.
Yeah.
Is it the Maya Mystic? Is that what that is?
Yeah, he's the guy that he can move enhancements from one side to the other.
That's a pretty good card.
Yeah, and I actually do stick a Fate on him. Because I'm just like, I'm like too far behind on the board.
Allows you some shenanigans with the Cloud the Mind.
Yeah. But I get a resource. So, like, we know I have Cloud the Mind in the hand, which is relevant. But, like, your board, like, all your guys have Fate. Your stat lines are better. It's just, it's bad. Because you can also just send the Challenger and just force the big dude to block. So, how many? I think that was probably like
you gave up some honor there.
Yeah, my guess is that I bid 2 or 3, and then I think you only bid like 1 card.
I only took 1 card. So I'm gonna take some of your honor.
Yeah, but you're also able to trigger the Frog there.
Oh yeah. Good omen. Get another Fate on the Doji Challenger. Keep her around longer.
Yeah, so like the board just gets even worse now.
She is such a solid piece.
Yeah, and this is where having 4 extra guys on my side would be nice. Because it's like the Lion, they can lose their board so quickly. If they're not able to hit their steamroll effect, like their only card that's relevant, then this happens and you're like, crap, I'm already outnumbered.
In case you guys are unfamiliar with our play style, obviously since we're new players to the L5R community, we don't really care what's on the pictures. We're here for the numbers and the strategy.
Oh yeah. I don't. Yeah, the storyline is like, who cares? Like they're all scrubs.
Yeah.
They're all a bunch of dudes that just have swords. Like it doesn't really matter.
Everybody's got a sword. Do you have 2 swords? Do you have 1 sword?
I mean, I like the dragon cards because they have a really striking green, so that's relevant.
Oh yeah, colors, yeah, rainbow.
But I mean, I tried reading like the whole storyline thing, man. Just falling asleep during that. Like I can't be reading those. All right, so you swing in first. I think you're still debating what type of ring you're going for, but it's like Money Central right now.
Yeah,
hey, look at that Void Ring.
See, at this point,
I should have done that first round.
I mean, eventually later in the game, if you've got 2 Fate on any card, it doesn't even matter if it's the worst of the cards, which is what air. Then you take that card because the resources are so rare. You can't. There's no buffing resources that I've seen yet.
Yeah, so this situation's busted for me because it's like you're going in with Void. You're gonna void out my one dude, and then what's it called? Like you're gonna win the ring, probably pop in the province, and you're gonna bring in my biggest dude into the battle. Just all sorts of bad stuff's about to happen here.
So okay, I've got.
You're sitting on 6, right? Like that's what you're showing right now.
I think is this where I learned that I cannot play the height of fashion as an instant?
I don't think it's here because you only have 1 resource, so you can't.
Oh right, yeah, it costs 2 anyway. It's such a good card, but you can't play it as an instant. There's very few cards that you can't just plop on the table anytime you want. Yeah. There's the Cloud the Mind.
Yeah, that was key. I forgot about that.
And you play that as the defender with first action, and it makes her absolutely useless.
I declared no defender. I lost my honor, and then it's like, okay, I need to keep my big dude alive for a turn. Because
I was going to Doji Challenger, force him into the match. I didn't care if I won. He would be locked out.
I think it would be... Okay, so like let's say you're the Lion player. If you don't have a Cloud of the Mind there, I think it's reasonable to concede. If you don't have Cloud of Mind.
Wow. That early on.
Well, like think about it, right? You're gonna pop the the objective. You're gonna tap down my guy because you're gonna pull him in with a challenger, and my big guy's gonna lose a fate because of the void ring. Meanwhile, so going into the next turn, I have like a 1/1 who moves enhancements around, and you're sitting on 3 different dudes, 2 of which are still gonna have a fate. Like, it's over. There's no hope at that point.
No hope is lost.
But yeah. So me having the Cloud the Mind key, because now it's like, okay, I can conceivably survive a turn. I mean, my one
So
guy,
I voided the fate off of him. That's what I was doing.
Yeah, that's rough. But I mean, there's a chance here, right? So like, I could still swing in, and I still have that 4 Greater Glory in my hand from last turn that I wasn't able to trigger it. So like, you swing in at any province that has or any one of the rings that still has a fate on them. You take the fate for Greater Glory, throw it on your big dude, and then maybe try to regroup for next time.
That is, I don't like that stronghold card that allows me to look at the top card because it shows the card to the opponent.
Yeah.
And it's taking the place of a very useful unit that could be there. I think that the void is, you can't even see the impact that it has in the long term, but I believe that it is so beneficial to trigger that on the opponent, because not only does it gobble up a resource fate that he put on there, but it makes it so that guy doesn't stay around for an entire extra turn.
And that's why the frog is so good, right? Like, that's why the frog is the only reason you should ever consider not drawing 5 cards.
Yeah.
It's the only reason.
Yeah.
Because that challenger has 2 fate on it, right? Like, it should be on the verge of dying.
Did you just trigger Good Omen?
No, you forced the discard.
Oh, I discarded it.
So I think I had like 2 or 3 of them in hand, and I just knew I wasn't gonna be able to trigger them because you had already drawn low, and I knew you were just gonna be drawing low for a while. So I was like, yeah, this may never happen. And then what did I choose? Oh, I chose fire, so that's pretty good.
You try to dishonor somebody?
Yeah.
No, you wanted to honor your guy, right? So that when he left, you get.
No. I definitely want to dishonor. I want to make your guys weaker because my guys are already pretty strong.
A dishonored, clouded mind Doji Challenger is.
Oh wait.
Annoying. Oh, did I just cancel something?
Well, you brought in.
Oh no, Steward of Law.
Steward of Law, right? So that guy.
So you don't get to dishonor anything.
Yeah, that.
Oh, dick.
I mean, I get to honor stuff, so that's cool. But like the me and Mystic, like, what the hell is that guy doing? You know. So I pump him.
He's on the side drinking a beer.
Yeah, I pump this guy for basically no reason. I don't think it matters. Like, the province only has 4 health. I have 6 attack. You have 1 defense.
Yeah, I only played him to make sure that I could prevent dishonoring. So you are going to honor your guy. But because I declared him after the attack, I lose an honor for the no honor block.
Yeah. But he comes in at the right time, though, right? Because you get to see what I pick, right? So, like, if I would have picked the mountain, where I draw cards and you discard, I don't think you even care to bring in the Steward of Law, right? You hold him back and wait for the right moment. But that guy, him coming in and doing his whole no dishonor thing, really just throws monkey wrench into plans.
Are you attacking you're not attacking for shame, right? You are attacking for shame.
What am I attacking? No, I attacked the new province.
Oh.
Yeah. I just... Well, because, like, the thing is, if I attack the one, like, the Shameful Display, you can just block with your one guy, and then honor your guy, dishonor my guy.
Right,
I didn't want to deal with that. I think that's the province you attack when your opponent has no defenders left. And you just send a guy in and pop it. Because it's pretty easy to blow up. It's only 3.
Boom, boom.
Which is, like, it's probably the swingiest card in the game, just because sometimes it's complete trash because it's only 3 health and you can't do anything. And other times it just completely flips games on their head.
A little bit of glare right there.
Alright, so there's a card I've been saving.
Oh, how'd you get that fate on him?
So, for Greater Glory, it's the one that says when you pop a province through military attack, every single attacking lion guy gets a fate. Right, so that completely...
That voided my void.
Well, so, like, that first turn, right, I was supposed to have all my guys with an extra fate on them. And then it just... complete shitstorm ensued.
Yeah, I feel like some of those games' mechanics are very similar to the Warhammer 40k, where you're attacking the provinces like attacking planets. And the strategy comes from surprise. What's the next planet or what's the next province gonna do?
Yeah, like these province flippings, sometimes they're huge in what they do. Sometimes
They're
they don't
very
matter.
swingy, yeah.
Like I think I actually think the class ones, so like the Lion province and the Crane province, neither one of them really seem to matter. Whereas like the Elemental Fury, that one's huge. And the Shameful Display is huge as well.
Shameful Display is so good. And it's probably because it has only 3 defense.
Yeah. So in this one, we forgot for a second you have to declare which ring you're going for before we flip, which I realized it was Elemental Fury, so I like quickly put it back face down. I was like, all right, let's hope he goes for the water here. Not the Fate. Because you don't get the Fate if you switch.
Yep. Yeah, the Fate will just park it on there. But I needed the resource, so I took one of the resource ones.
Yeah, I feel like you pretty much always want to take the resource.
Unless you really need... I think towards the end of the game, I was like, oh, I need the ring more than I need the resource.
Yeah, so at this point, yeah, you throw the mountain on there, but it's definitely going to be air. Because I'm thinking, like, there's... Air does nothing. It's easily the worst of the 5 rings. It's like the one that you only take if there's 2 mana on it.
It's the redheaded stepchild.
Yeah.
I'm
sure at some point there's gonna be some deck that tries to utilize that, but as of right now, it's just complete trash.
Yeah. Well, we've only seen 2 of the 7 clans. There's got to be one. I hope
these are supposed to be the 2 most honorable of the clans.
Well, maybe having more honor isn't necessarily what they want, what their objective is. I think that if the game designers at FFG were smart, they would make each clan have a strength for picking each ring.
Yeah, presumably. I want whichever clan is picking,
and of course,
the fire ring. Yeah, so here you can take some honor. It's all good. It ain't gonna matter.
Oh boy! I hope that there are a 1 honor deck and a 1 dishonor deck in the core. That'd be nice to have that option available for strategy out of the gate. I mean, I'm sure they'll do it with expansions, but core needs to have that alternative win condition.
Yeah, I mean, so the whole honor thing is like, you don't want it to be too good, right? Because you don't want people to just be playing that style because it's a very uninteractive style. But at the same time, you do want it to be some level of a threat, because right now, honor exists really only to threaten card draw. That's it. It's a resource to draw cards. It doesn't really do anything else. All right, so Badmojojojo blew up one of my provinces, and so he has the option, because it's a face down card, of discarding it or leaving it there. And he chose to discard it, which was good because it was an Amato Courier. And
I don't know of any time you would want to leave it there.
I actually think you probably should leave it there most of the time, because most of the Dynasty deck sucks.
Right, but what happens if the Dynasty deck is pushed all the way through? I mean, it seems like it's unlikely.
From what I understand, when you run out of cards, you just lose 5 honor and then shuffle the deck back in.
You shuffle it back in?
Yeah.
Lose 5 honor, though. That's huge.
Yeah, but when are you ever getting through the entire...
Yeah, I don't see it happen. But what I do see is getting through the deck may make it harder for duplicates to add fate to cards.
Yeah, like all uniques have inherent value just because of their ability to get an extra fate. But I mean, some of the uniques are really, really bad.
The Elemental Fury of that.
Yeah, you could choose which one. It's like, all right, whatever. I mean, my guy, he's gonna get auto bowed via your stronghold. Oh, but I forgot, I have the favor.
Yeah, so. that irritated me. But now, if he's bowed, is he still participating?
Yeah, he's still there. So he's still participating. I still have one power in the fight, so I'll be able to trigger the effect. But
That's so cheesy.
So the Elemental Fury is key there, because it makes it so I can't dishonor your guys.
Yeah.
But I mean, I get a card out of it. It's like, all right, sure. More importantly, I get a ring, so that way you don't get the favor. Because the favor is really good. Like you don't want the other player to have it.
And I don't have a blocker, so you get an honor out of me.
Yeah. All good stuff.
Whereas, is this your first attack this round?
No, I swung in with the what's it called, the clan champion.
How did he get unbowed?
How did he get unbowed?
Oh, does Lion has something that keeps him upright, right?
No, I think maybe you switched the ring or something. Yeah.
Did I push him out of the engagement?
I think you might have switched the ring to like the water ring. And then I needed to untap something, so I said...
Oh, you untapped him, and that also helped lock down the Imperial.
So I get the favor back. It's like, all right, we're good.
You're keeping it political.
Yeah, for sure. Because, like, you can just... Like, that's the right way to do political attacks with Lion. It's like, you just send them in to grab the ring, because you're probably not blowing up a province with it.
That's unfortunate. Lion can't do any province. Or political attacks.
Yeah, but this one... Like, I mean, I'm still in a pretty bad position, but I got a pretty solid draw. Outside of that Steadfast Samurai, the other three are pretty good. And then you got a fantastic draw. Because you got the one unique girl, so that's a free fate. You get the 0-3, she's good.
I think I got the guy in play that allows me to flip over a face-down card.
Yeah, that guy's relevant also. You have the Brash Samurai. So he self-honors, which is key.
If there's enough of those guys, I wonder if you can burn through your deck. Like, you get cheap guys, and they can flip the thing over. That'll probably be a lot of expansions down the road, though.
Lion, I think one day will be able to do that. Because Lion has, like, the one stronghold that says you flip over 2 other cards. That card is not in my deck. I think that card's terrible. Like, unless your deck's specifically built around it, there's no reason to be playing that.
Well, if you're playing weenies, that makes sense.
Yeah. So if your deck's built around weenies, but Lion has way more expensive guys than you realize. So having that card, sometimes it'll be useful, but most of the time it'll just be pretty bad. And it's just taking up a slot that could be used by virtually anything else. And like the Steadfast Samurai, the only reason I have them in there is they serve as activators for the one guy who comes in with 2 fate. That's like the only reason to justify playing them.
Activate that Jericho.
Whereas like on like the Crane side, I think you can play everything except for the who's the chick that just says no events can be played.
Oh, you don't like her?
Yeah, she's awful.
Let's take a look. Guest of Honor.
Yeah,
4 cost, 1/4 courtier. While this character is participating in conflict, opponents cannot play events. I think that's pretty good. I mean...
She's 4 mana, man. Like, you look at other guys that are 4 mana.
Yeah, but locking out events is huge.
No, that's...
And unfortunately, that doesn't work on Cloud the Mind. It's a stupid attachment.
Yeah, and Cloud the Mind's probably the most relevant combat trick. So
have we seen a card that messes with attachments?
No. Well, so the Mayan Mystic messes with attachments, but he only messes with your opponent's attachments.
Yeah.
But it's still pretty good, though, right? So, like, if you put, like, what's it called? You put a Height of Fashion on somebody, give them that +4 attack, they swing in, and you're like, no, some other guy has +4 attack.
Oh, you can do that during a conflict because you're not playing the card,
and
you're moving the card.
You just shove it on some guy that's bowed and has no fate on him, so that way it just goes away.
I'm picturing you just, like, mystically, magically transferring the pants on one guy to another.
Yeah. No, I've grown to appreciate that card. I mean, the card stat line is atrocious, but if you can get a Cloud of the Mind on someone, or if you can move a key attachment, like a pump, like let's say someone has Kakita, and they put a day show on him or something, you need that shit off of him because you need that guy to be smaller.
Yeah, that works on any attachment.
Right, so on this one, I definitely outbid you. I don't know by how much though.
I think I was trying to get Good Omen to trigger for something.
Yeah, so I think I went 4 and you probably went like 2 or something. But I'm digging for answers because like this board state's getting just completely out of control. All your guys have fate. I have exactly one guy with Fate. It's rough times, but I do get first actions, so I definitely got to use my honored big ass guy to go and lay some military work in. I just don't know exactly how, but you can block. Like, you have enough military might on your side to put up a reasonable defense.
And Lion has no answer for chump blockers, right?
I mean, not like to auto bow them, no, but they can.
Oh, just to be like, oh, you're gonna block with one little guy, just to so you don't lose the one honor for not defending.
Oh,
I'm gonna punish you for it.
Not really, but they're just trying to break provinces, I think. Now I got 2 mana, so I don't know what the plan is here, but hopefully
I'm out of resources. I'm totally out.
Yeah, I'm thinking the best chance I have here is if I have another for greater glory, I can swing in with my leader, really just all the orange guys, and just try to go military, lay the smackdown, pop a province, and put that much needed Fate. Because if I can't get Fate on these fools, I'm dead next turn.
Do you have 2 broken provinces on your side?
Yeah.
Yeah, so my plan, I believe in my head, was to just get one of those resources. I don't think I cared about anything else except getting a resource. And apparently playing superhero meeples.
Okay, so I definitely have the For Greater Glory here, because the only way you're attacking with the Spirit Caller here is to have the Spirit Caller be in the engagement. Because she can revive a guy, you know, so like, if I attack, use the Spirit Caller to bring a dude in, and then add Fate to all the guys, you know, the Spirit Caller is included within those guys. But I don't know what I'm attacking here.
And you've broken 1 province on my side, so that means you're behind.
Yeah, it's a tough decision here. Like, I can go for the honor thing, but so I just go Void. Like, my thinking here is I just have to hope you can't kill me this turn, because you can realistically win the game this turn. But I think the only way I win is I need to pop a province here, and I might need to pop 2, but I don't think I can get that far. But I need to at least get 1 and not die.
Well, I know that I, in my head, thought that I could win this turn and tried to play it out that way and got overconfident, and you pulled out some sort of freaking miracle and stopped me from winning this turn. I was like, what? It's like a magic trick.
Yeah, there's not a lot.
David Copperfield your ass.
Well, so sometimes when you're backed into a corner, the only way you can win the game is you just have to assume your opponent doesn't have it. And you have to assume that what few tricks you have are guaranteed to work, because there's no other route for victory.
Yeah, you played this round to not lose as opposed to win.
Yeah, so I think I think a lot of people, if they're conservative, they would go for the Fire Ring here and try to like dishonor some of your guys to make it more likely that you don't kill me this turn. You know?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
My thought is like, if you either have it or you don't, right? And I'm thinking, I hope you don't have it. I hope I flip one of these objectives into something useful. I'm just gonna go Void, double Void out 2 of your guys.
Oh yeah, there's double guy.
Yeah, so double Void out your guys, and then just pray that I have enough juice.
This because you're trying to set up for next turn.
Yeah. Well, like, there's no other way I win, right? Like, I'm going to need at least 2 more turns here to survive. So I need to play on the assumption that you're either going to fuck up your attacks, or what few tricks I have are going to keep me alive for a turn. Because there's no other way to win. I'm too far behind.
Lion really needs some way to either guarantee military attacks and guarantee some sort of defense to keep the status or the speed of the game going slow.
Yeah, like, because you can win your military every turn. The problem is if they're also winning political.
Oh, so you did that, and I was like, okay, no blocks, because I thought I could win this turn.
Yeah, no, I think no block is because you think about it, Void doesn't immediately affect the game right now, right? It affects it next turn. Right. So Yeah, I mean, I'm left with like two scrub ass defenders hanging back. Like, you can reasonably go in with political first, lay the smackdown, pop a province, and then swing in with all your military stuff. Use whatever bonsais and katanas you have, and finish the game. So there's really no benefit to defending here. The only benefit of defending is you don't lose the honor. But which one of your guys that you have there is a reasonable defender?
Those two guys at the top of right of your board, they are more only beneficial really when you're attacking.
Yeah, so the Death Seeker needs to attack and lose in order to trigger. The Spirit Caller, that was pretty good. That works offense and defense, but basically all of the Lion cards are offensive cards.
Yeah.
So I was hoping you would block with something, right? Because I know I was going to blow up the province with what I had there. I think I have a Lion's Pride Brawler in my discard, so I might try to bring that in. I forget what I try to bring in exactly. Oh, no, I remember. I had to choose between the Brawler and the Honor General. And this, again, comes down to, do I think I can survive a turn, right? Because if I don't think I can survive a turn, you have to bring in the Brawler to tap down a guy.
Who's that? Oh, the Honor General you brought in.
Well, the Honor General can live a turn, because you can use the
stand your ground.
So this is again going back to like, I'm just hoping you don't kill me this turn, like, cause that's my only play.
So you get a ring and you move Fate from who?
I probably move it from your guy that can flip dudes over, and then maybe the Brash Samurai, because I don't want him getting honored. That would be my guess.
Nope, Doji Challengers is one of them. Just probably the best stats.
Oh yeah, 3/3. That's a good point.
And the guy who can flip a card.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, I did have the what's it called? The 4 Greater Glory. So now
why are you tapping them? What happened here?
So for Greater Glory says when you pop a objective on military, you just add a fate to all the guys.
Oh.
And then so I played Honor General with the Spirit Caller.
Okay.
And then as the Honor General, so the Honor General gets the fate because he's
Why
in the
is he
engagement.
participating in the engagement? Oh,
that's what the Spirit Caller does. It brings him in. But then I use Stand Your Ground
to keep him in play.
Yes. The thing is, he's still not that good, right?
Well, I lost the military, so I get the free guy.
Yeah, that guy scared me a little bit because I'm like, crap. Because I was kind of banking on you not killing me this turn, and then all of a sudden you get a little bit extra stats. So at this point, it's like I'm kind of hoping some combination of you miss attack and the province flipping is beneficial. Like, that's kind of what I have, because Lion just doesn't have a lot of tricks. You know, they're not Crane. Crane has a lot of good stuff that they can use to mess with attacks and actually defend. Lion, they got Jesus. You know, like, they can pray for a little bit. They can do a couple Hail Marys, but it's not really reliable most of the time.
Can I get an amen?
But, I mean, I think they're a steamroll faction anyways, though, right? So, like, if, like, out of the gate, you can hit your 4 Greater Glory, and you can keep your guys just pumping forward, and you build up massive board states, you never have to play defense. The problem is, it's kind of hard to trigger that, especially in the early game. You know, especially if your opponent has tricks, which in your case you had. But I don't know what you're swinging in here.
So my plan was to send as many political guys as I could. Why I didn't think you had the ability to block. And just get an auto win or whatever.
Yeah, so you probably go water, would be my guess. So, like, water, political, phase out the Death Seeker, and then see from there.
I was worried about this. I think at this point I realized, oh, this only works on attacks.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't do anything otherwise.
I don't have to worry about that card right now.
Yeah, the Brash Samurai, luckily, he's only good if he's attacking alone. So in your board state, he's just a 2-1, which is not very good.
Add one more to this, I think. Take the resources, and what did I pick?
That's the card draw ring, I think.
Is that Earth?
Yeah, it's an Earth ring.
Huh. So I'm doing a political Earth on your stronghold.
No, not the stronghold. You're on one of the provinces.
Oh,
you choose the
oh,
unknown
that's right. I had to
province.
blow up 2 of them this turn. Okay.
And then, oh yeah, shameful display, which always works for you, doesn't ever work for me.
Well, it works for you now. You can honor a guy and dishonor a guy.
Well, I can't really defend this, you know.
So, I think it's interesting that you get to choose your defender after the province is flipped.
Yeah,
that's helpful.
It's really good info for the defender. Yeah, I mean, like, so let's say, like, if I block with like my Death Seeker, what does honoring my Death Seeker do? It's gonna die at the end of the turn, anyways.
You get an honor
now
because you're getting low.
I do remember there was a mistake I made here. I forget you can choose the 2 of the guys to be your opponent's guys. So like, what I can do is you have to choose 2 units, right? I can choose the Doji Challenger and choose the unique girl you have, the one that steals honor, and say the unique girl gets dishonored, the Doji Challenger gets honored.
Wait, it doesn't have to be one of your own guys?
No, it's just any 2 units.
What?
So now the thing is, typically when you play, you're always going to honor one of your guys, dishonor one of your opponent's guys. But I totally forgot about that, which is pretty important. I mean, that's
you're right. It just has to be 2 participating characters.
Yeah, that's
pretty sneaky.
That's a stat bonus that I missed. And then, so you chose a discard. You got a good pull off of that. The Lion's Pride Brawler got fired. Hey, look at that. The frog. Don't matter.
It's not a good omen this time. And then I do an action here, right?
Yeah. We missed the window. Or like, you're supposed to use the 1 chick to steal the honor ahead of time.
Oh, okay. It just has to happen before all actions are passed.
Yeah. So this is pretty busted. I mean, I think I probably just go in with the Death Seeker, and and just try to void out some more shit. Because like,
and at this point, I'm reading the card, and I'm like, oh well, it only works when she loses, so I'll let her win successfully on her own.
Yeah, but I get a ring though, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's true.
I can go for.
It's a win-win.
I think I go for water, because like, if you go water, you can tap out one of the guys, and I kind of need to live for a turn. So this is good. So I'm tapping out one of your guys no matter what. Like, I'm either gonna.
But you're not taking the resource card.
No, well, at this point, I have to try to live a turn.
Yeah.
Right? I've made enough live for next turn type of moves, and they've paid off, that I have to do the live now turn. So I'm gonna get rid of one of your guys.
Live free or die hard.
So either Water Ring's gonna trigger, and I tap down one of your guys, or
wait, what? Oh, you changed.
Oh, okay. I went something else. I don't know why I went with that. Okay, I
You
guess
wanted the resource.
I went with money. Oh wait, no. I remember what I'm up to here. I'm praying you don't block. That's what it is.
And you're right. I don't.
Yeah, and I gotta get out of the habit of tapping my guys when I declare attacks.
Yeah.
That's a really bad habit for this game in particular. But okay, so this comes down to like, how can you win? So my thinking here is I can actually pop the province. There is a way to do this, but only if you don't block. And my thought is, you're probably playing to win, right? So assuming you don't block and you play to win, and I get lucky, and you're not able to blow up my stronghold, there is a way to win next turn.
Step all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky.
Hey, you gotta pray sometimes.
Bow down to the altar of Zeus.
And
And
I think you're still deciding, right?
No, I think it pays off. I'm just letting you like go through the motions because at this point I don't really even care what you're doing.
Well, so the thing is, if you do block, it definitely keeps me alive for a turn. That's the other part of this too. So even if you don't, my thinking here was, if you take the fate, and like if you block, I live for a turn. If you don't block, I maybe live for a turn, but
So
actually have a chance to win.
I lose the honor
Yep.
because I have no blocker, but then I tap her.
Yep.
And you still win the ring because of the Imperial favor.
Yeah, but I got a trick. I remember this.
You play a guy.
Yeah, but I forget if I need to untap the one dude or if I just need to play the guy, because I forget how much health the objective has that I'm attacking. Because I'm not attacking Shameful Display, I don't think. I forget which province I'm attacking here. But I think it has... Yeah. So I untap her for a 0.
Wait, how do you untap her?
The one card that says after your opponent bows a guy, you unbow them.
How did I bow you?
With your
stronghold. With the stronghold. Oh, and then you okay.
And so I bring in the Phoenix girl because she has 2 political.
How'd you get her in?
She's a conflict card.
Oh, you just paid for her.
Yeah. So that's why I needed the resource.
Oh.
So you have 2 from her, 1 from the Death Seeker, and 1 from the Favor. Like the Favor key twice now in trying to keep this game going. So yeah, now I have just enough to pop the province because he didn't block. And at this point, it's like, okay, great. I have 3 provinces blown up. I just have to hope you have no tricks in hand and I can live for the turn. Oh yeah, they both get dishonored. So
why did they get dishonored?
That's what your objective does.
Oh yeah, dishonors each of the. That's actually huge later on in the game. Them being dishonored. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, well, because you've been like low drawing for a while, but like this is great. Like I actually have a chance to win the game now because 3 provinces are blown up on your end, 3 are blown up on mine. You have 3 guys. I have me and Mystic.
Well, also I'm gonna go first next turn as well.
Yeah, that's pretty busted.
And I get another attack here.
Yeah, so I need to live through this turn, which I mean, most of the time I think you just win here. But you have a small enough hand size that I'm like, you know what? He might not have a move here, and if he does, I just lose anyways. Like, you need to pray to RNG sometimes.
Is it the 5 cost?
That's
Night Raid.
Yeah, that's Night Raid. So you have to discard 3 cards from your hand. The problem is, though, you get to choose, right? So if you have a bonsai, you're just going to keep the bonsai, right? So I'm not in a great position, but...
I'm just discarding crap that I'm never going to play anyway.
Yeah. Hey, man, you got to...
I don't remember if I'm able to pull this off or not.
No, I don't believe you are, because it's 6 health. You're at, let me see here, 2, 4. You're at 6 attack, and I have 2 defense.
Yeah.
So you need to pump by 2, and for me to not have any pumps. Oh yeah,
I canceled something. What did you play?
So I.
You canceled my cancel?
So you played Admit Defeat, right, to bow my guy, and then I played the card that auto resets him.
Oh yeah.
So it was just like I had to hope you didn't have like multiple ways to either bow my guy or like dishonor.
Oh, and then I didn't have the ability to cancel that.
No, you're at 1 card left. So this ain't bad, right? Hope lives. Like I'm somehow alive. This is great.
Hope floats.
I mean, I go second next turn, so that sucks, but...
Yeah, I'm basically getting 2 shots to break this stronghold, and I failed this one.
You do get the Fire Ring, though.
So I dishonor somebody, right?
Oh, yeah, so I take an action beforehand, though.
Oh, what are you doing?
I move the Cloud the Mind from your Doji Challenger, who's going to die anyways, to just someone else.
Oh, I think it's the Doji Gift Giver, maybe?
No. So here... where I messed up is I missed my action window. I needed to do that before you have a chance to claim the ring. So I forget what my reasoning was for not triggering the ability early, but...
Well, you get an action window after the ring blows up, right?
Well, so here's where I messed up. So, like, the Doji Challenger should already be honored earlier, right? And your unique girl should be dishonored for the Shameful Display.
Mm-hmm.
What I needed to do was I needed to also move the Cloud of the Mind to the girl that does the whole thing, is where it's like she gets honored, then someone else gets honored, right? So that way I could have, her blanked out, one of your girls, dishonored, and yeah, you get to trigger your ring effect, but like as far as I remember, you use the ring to honor 2 of your guys, and so like. Then it hit me like, crap, I missed my window. Like, I needed to move that Cloud of the Mind earlier. So, yeah, that was pretty bad.
Fortune favors the bold.
I mean, other than that, I think that was about as much of chicken salad as you can make that turn, right?
And then I honored somebody that's going to hang around until next turn.
Yeah. Not good.
Oh, I honored both of them because that's the special ability that they have. Honor one, honor both.
Yeah, so I mean, like, that one chick that's now honored all the way at the bottom of the screen, she should be dishonored. Or at the very least, neutral. Because I missed that window with the, what's it called? The shameful display. And also I missed this Cloud of the Mind trigger as well. And then, like, putting it on the Brash Samurai, that's just such a waste. Like, that was dumb, too. Like, I should have thrown that on the one girl that, like, at the very least steals honor. Like, that was, yeah, like, the last bit of that turn.
Now, why didn't I get the Imperial favor here?
Nobody gets it.
Right, but I had guys that were standing.
No, they were, you just didn't tap.
Oh, they were supposed to bow?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just the last attack of the turn, so we just decided to start untapping guys. So, yeah, nobody gets favor because we each had 2 rings, but it's like, all right. The boards are actually close to even now. Like, this is where it's like one of those, so you're saying there's a chance type of moments.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got...
And then I flip over the God Hand. And
yeah,
I'm pretty sure you had this mental jaw drop moment.
Well, because you have no cards in hand, right? So
yep, I have 1 card in my conflict hand.
I need to just live a turn, right? Like, it's like...
I just need to get 1 attack off.
Yeah, if I get any military attack off, I'm blowing up your objective for sure. Because I have like 5 or 6 cards in hand.
Flip over a cheap guy, flip over a cheap guy, flip over a 3 cost, flip over a cheap Doji gift giver.
The gift giver. Oof. That card's broken.
So I couldn't have asked for a better opening or layout for the Dynasty.
Yeah, and then my situation, I mean, I got a dead card in this, like, what's it called? The 1/1. He's trash. Then there's, like, the Spirit Caller, not super helpful. The one guy, the unique dude, he's actually pretty useful. Like, Moe, whatever. He's the guy that when you lose a political conflict, you get to revive a guy.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So he actually gives me a window to win, strangely enough.
So I get the Doji out there, and then you start plotting about how to get rid of her.
Yeah, I see her, and I'm just like, oh, no. I cannot be dealing with this bitch, you know?
you just the biggest dick move on her, too. And then I was like, I don't need fate on anything because this is the last round. So I just keep playing cheap guys.
I think I have the option of, like, I can either keep mana back for tricks, or I can just play the Spirit Caller. I think I choose to keep money for tricks. As far as I remember. Because, like, I'm like, I think I'm looking through my discard hoping to see if there's anything worth reviving, and there's just not enough in there.
Yeah, and you don't even play any other guys this turn, right?
I don't think so,
take the free fate.
Yeah, I mean, I have enough on the table to win, provided that I can survive a turn. Because, I mean, I got, like, having the leader...
Yeah, so you passed, took the free fate, and then play her... And my board's starting to look like fat.
Yeah,
P-H-A-T, fat.
I know you're going to swing in political, right? Like, that's shocking to nobody. Right, so if I can just not lose by 6, then I win the game, right? Because I'm going to revive...
Retaliate with the military, yeah.
Yeah, well, because I also had, like, a Bonsai and a, what's it called?
I think I picked 1 card here, right? Because I got you down to, like, 1 or 2 honor.
Well, so I remember I was at like 6 or 7.
Yeah, but
something.
Your honor gets really low.
Well, what I remember is that I was at high enough honor where even if you drew 1 card and you got the mana steal from the one girl, I still don't lose, right? Like I would still be with 1 ton, and then even if you were to magically find a way to get more honor,
delicious.
As far as I remember, I had a Cloud of Mind in hand, so. I knew
you shuffled, you Maya Mystic her over, or no, you played an extra Cloud the Mind on Doji.
Yeah, so I'm like down to like 2 or 3 honor, but that's more of an illusion. Like it's not gonna matter for the end game. Like I knew I could max draw, and I did. And then you min drawed, so you only have 2 cards in hand. Did you top deck into the above question?
No, I've been holding on to that for a while.
Okay. So it's like, yeah, you played one card. You only have one card back. It's like, okay, I'm not too worried about potential tricks you could have. Like whatever you have is probably shitty. And then I just have more cards, so I just have to find a way to live.
Yeah. So the sorry about the interruption in audio there. It cuts out. We're at the hour mark, and it looks like this is pretty close to the end game. Either I can get a win, or he'll stop me, and Kira will get the win on military. So this is either going to be Crane political win or Lion military win.
Yeah, and then choosing how to attack and how to defend is key, right? Because it's conceivable you could defend a military depending on how soft my attack is. You know, because you don't know how much firepower I have. Now, I know mentally I have 6 behind. So 6 plus whatever I revive is going to have at least a 3, so I have 9. Your province has probably 6 health. So if you just throw a guy with 3 attack, you could conceivably defend.
What did I choose there?
You went water, which is the right choice. Because it would nerf out a defender if I try to keep one back.
Oh, that's right.
I think if you choose any of the other ones, it makes my decisions a lot easier. So if you choose anything...
Plus, I get a resource out of it. And the resource was really important for me. I don't even know if I picked the water because of the ring, but I picked it because of the resource. Because I needed that resource bad.
So here's the thing. If you pick anything but water, I just all-out block. Right?
Oh.
Yeah. Well, because then you all-out block, I lose the engagement, and then I use the one guy to revive a guy. The problem is if you choose water, I have to keep one of my guys back because you're gonna water out one of the 2 guys, and I need the second guy to go in and lay waste.
And I think with this, I just choose to have everybody go political.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have sent everybody, unless you know you're gonna win by exactly 6, it's pretty risky because then. Well,
I wasn't sure how much I had exactly because the glory added on some of them, so that was 2, 4, I think there, and I think it gets up to 15 or 16 total.
Yeah,
and you do block with everybody, right? Oh no, all but one.
Yeah. So,
but now see what happens if I win, but doesn't break the promise, and then your guy gets bowed.
Well, so that's why I had to keep him back. Because, so the guy all the way at the top, his ability is when you lose a political battle, you take a guy from either your provinces or your discard and put him into play. So I'd have 2 guys, you bow one of them, and then I win the game.
They're not part of the engagement?
No.
Oh.
It's specifically after you lose the battle. So I need to just lose by 5 or less, and then I win. But there's not really a lot of political pumps that you can roll out. So
nope.
I do have a.
I'm surprised you had this much political to defend with.
Well, the one dude's
out of a lion group.
So the honored guy, he.
Well, all of the champions are. I mean, good.
That's 6. That's not nothing. Oh yeah, so that one girl who bows.
It's 6 against 7 characters.
The girl who bows. I think she should not be in the engagement.
Why?
Because you run the risk of me potentially having a way to kill her if she's in the engagement. And
really?
her ability works outside of the engagement.
What does that?
I mean, Lion in particular, I don't think has anything. But I'm just saying, as a general rule, her ability is just tap to pump a guy. You don't throw her in. Because you get no benefit from her being in the engagement, but there is downsides. Let's say you have a bow effect for her. Most bow effects work inside of engagements.
Got a little bow effect.
But, I mean, I don't have, the Steward of Law for Shame combo, but, I mean, I do have for Shame in the deck. And then, I don't know, I think you pump somebody, I don't know who. So you're sitting on, so your Samurai has 1, 4, 6, 7... 10, 13, 16 plus the honors. So I think you're 17, 18, if I count that.
Yeah, that's right.
And then I'm sitting on, let's see here.
You had 12.
Six, no, I'm at 13, I think. How much does the Spirit Caller have? And then I forget how much glory, because if the one unique girl, if she has 2 glory,
3 political.
Okay, yeah. So I'm at 13. I remember I was down exactly 6. So you had just enough to blow up the province by sending everybody.
Well, then, if you're at 13, then I have to be at 19.
Yeah, you're at 19. So yeah, so it must be that the unique girl has 2 glory, which just comes back to like, if I want to dishonor this hoe, everything changes. But I forgot.
Can't dishonor the hoe.
But yeah, I just got to take out one of your skill and I'm good. If I remove 1 skill, then.
But I've got the stronghold to help with this.
No.
Oh, but you got all of your guys have 3 or more.
Yeah, all of them are 3s. So if I remove 1,
and that's
skill,
right. You're like whatever. I can't play this card because you'll just take.
Yeah,
it out.
yeah, that's right. So I had this the one guy who he comes into play if you lose a military battle, but he's still a 2-cost unit, right? So like I could have potentially put him in. And so like there's a card that I was hesitant to play just because it was like a 1% chance you have like.
So what's that card?
For shame. I wanted to save that.
Oh, you wanted to for shame, and then I was like, no.
Yeah. The counterspell. That counterspell's such a shit card too.
I know it's not that great, but man, it came into play here.
And again, so if I would have remembered to use the shameful display correctly, you can't play that counterspell.
Wait, how?
Because you have
because
more honored guys.
It's
just like
Voice of Honor. That's what it is.
Yeah, Voice of Honor is usually a really, really bad card. Like I wasn't even sure why you were playing.
If you're playing a deck with where you want to be more honored, I would think that it's. I mean, it works well with Crane.
Yeah, but yeah. So once I saw that, I think at that point it's game because I don't have any more answers. Like the one guy that I could potentially bring in.
Yeah, we each played our last trick.
Yeah, if you wouldn't have gone water, I have a chance because then I could just block with everybody, and then I could bring in the one guy from my hand.
Or if I had gone fire, then I would have dishonored one of your guys, right? Would that have mattered?
No, that wouldn't have mattered because that'd be after the engagement. So, like, let's say you would have picked fire, right? I could then block with the general. You bow the general with your stronghold, and then I could play the guy that costs 2 mana and has 1 political to just barely keep my ass alive. But then at that point, because you don't have water, when the one guy revives a guy, you have no way to tap him down, and then he just swings in and wins. But, oh well. Yeah. I think I just stare at cards for a while, and then.
Well, that was our 2 games, guys. What'd you think? Let us know in the comments if you liked it, what you did or didn't like, and also I'll put up the suggested names for our show. You guys can vote for that, and we'll see how that comes out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.